Every journey begins with a single step, and the most powerful journey is the one that starts within. Welcome to John's Echo. Today, we explore a truth that has sparked change in generations. Your inner world determines your outer reality. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, obstacles seem to multiply? Perhaps success remains just beyond reach, even when you're working tirelessly. The answer lies not in the world around you, but in the transformation occurring within you. You see, every obstacle, every setback is not a barrier but an invitation to grow, learn, and evolve. It is the call for inner change, transform the struggle into strength, turn adversity into opportunity. This journey begins with an honest look at yourself. Ask, who am I? What beliefs am I holding that limit me? What hidden strengths lie dormant, waiting to be awakened? Jim Rohn once said, "The major value in life is not what you get. The major value in life is what you become." And here, in this moment, you have the opportunity to become more than you ever dreamed. Think of your life as a sculpture. Every experience, whether it seems painful or joyful, chisels away the old and shapes the masterpiece of who you're meant to be. The rough edges, the scars, and the failures, they are not imperfections. They are proof that you've lived, learned, and are now ready to transform obstacles into the very fuel that propels you forward. Today, let's begin by acknowledging that change must start from within. Before you seek external validation or wait for the perfect opportunity, turn your gaze inward, examine your thoughts, your habits, your mindset. Because when you shift your inner energy, the outer world aligns. In this series, over the next 5 parts, we will explore the obstacles that live in our inner world, uncover the hidden resources within us, learn practical strategies for self-discovery and transformation, build resilient habits that convert challenges into growth, and finally, emerge with renewed clarity and unstoppable purpose. The call for inner change is not a call for perfection. It's a call for progress. It's a reminder that every moment is an opportunity to rewrite your story. Each setback is a stepping stone if you have the courage to learn from it. So as you listen today, open your heart and mind to the possibility that every obstacle is not your enemy, but an essential part of your evolution. The journey within is the most important journey you'll ever take, and it all starts with acknowledging that you have the power to transform your reality. Let this video be your first step towards embracing that inner change. Scene fades out as gentle music continues, leaving the viewer with a sense of anticipation. Before we conquer the world, we must first confront the shadows within. Every person, no matter how confident or successful, carries invisible weight. Fears, limiting beliefs, old wounds, regrets. These are the inner demons that quietly shape our decisions, dull our dreams, and shrink our courage. But here's the truth: you cannot fix what you refuse to face. If your goal is to transform your obstacles into opportunities, you must shine a light on what's lurking in your inner world. Start with your beliefs. Ask yourself, do I believe I am worthy of success? Do I truly think I can rise beyond my circumstances? Or am I secretly waiting for permission from the world, from someone else, even from my past, to start living fully? Jim Rohn once said, "If you don't like how things are, change it. You're not a tree." But most of us don't change because we don't believe we can. That belief becomes the obstacle. It's not the economy, your background, or your education. It's the silent narrative you tell yourself every day. One of the greatest inner demons is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of success. Fear whispers, stay where you are, it's safer here. And so we stay, stuck stagnant and slowly slipping into frustration. But here's the good news. Fear loses its power the moment you confront it. The moment you say, I see you, I feel you, but I will not be controlled by you. You take back your power, another barrier. The habit of comparison. We scroll, we envy, we believe someone else's highlight reel reflects our inadequacy, but growth isn't about being better than someone else. It's about being better than the person you were yesterday. That's the only race that matters. Now look deeper. Are you carrying resentment, guilt, shame? These emotions may be buried, but they rot the roots of your potential. It's time to release them, not because the past doesn't matter, but because your future deserves more space. Personal development is not just about reading books or attending seminars. It's about doing the uncomfortable inner work, facing the patterns, owning the pain, forgiving yourself, letting go of what no longer serves you. It's not easy, but it's necessary, because until you clean the lens through which you see the world, you'll keep misinterpreting every opportunity as a threat, every challenge as a punishment, and every failure as a final chapter. Your outer results are a reflection of your inner state. So let me ask you, what have you been running from within yourself? What patterns are holding you back from becoming the person you know you could be? The path of growth begins with awareness. You can't change what you're not aware of. So shine the light. Be honest. Be brave. Because the greatest act of courage is not fighting the world, but choosing to confront yourself. This is where your transformation begins, not in the external hustle, but in the quiet, difficult moments of self-examination. The moment you stop hiding from your demons is the moment they start to lose their grip on your destiny. When you begin the journey within, something remarkable happens. You realize that you're not empty, you're not broken, you're not powerless. Beneath the fear, beneath the doubts, beneath all the noise, there is something deeper. There is strength, there is wisdom, there is potential. Jim Rohn famously said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." That better version of you isn't some far off ideal. It's already inside you, waiting to be activated. But here's the key: potential is useless if it stays locked away. You must use it, you must tap into it, and that begins with making new decisions based on the person you want to become, not the person you've been. Let's talk about the hidden resources that already exist within you. 1. Your mind. You possess one of the most powerful tools in existence, your mind, but most people never learn how to use it. They feed it with fear, distraction, negativity. When your mind is trained, it becomes your servant. When it's untrained, it becomes your master. And an undisciplined mind is a dangerous thing. It will always look for reasons to stay small. Start feeding your mind with possibility. Challenge your thoughts. Read, reflect, rewire. Your reality is shaped by the way you think, and you can change your thinking at any time. 2. Your choices. You may not control what happens to you, but you always control how you respond. This is your superpower, choice. Every choice moves you either closer to your potential or further from it. Every moment is a fork in the road. Stop underestimating the power of small decisions, choosing discipline over comfort, choosing courage over fear, choosing progress over perfection. Each time you choose growth, you strengthen your inner power. 3. Your willpower. Willpower is not about brute strength. It's about consistency. It's about showing up on the days you don't feel like it, about doing what's right even when it's hard. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. Jim Rohn said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." Let that sink in. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to practice small disciplines every single day. 4. Your spirit. This is the piece most people forget. The soul, the drive, that fire deep inside you that refuses to quit. It's the part of you that keeps going after failure, that keeps believing when no one else does. You can't measure it, you can't touch it, but when it's awakened, you become unstoppable. You begin to move differently. Think differently, show up differently, not because your circumstances have changed, but because you have. So many people wait for a miracle, never realizing they are the miracle. You have everything you need inside you to rise, to grow, to overcome. But you must stop waiting. You must start activating. This is the moment, not tomorrow, not next year, now. Your energy creates your reality, and your energy comes from what you choose to believe, how you choose to think, and what you commit to every day. So choose to believe in your power. Choose to develop it, because once you unlock what's within you, no obstacle stands a chance. Let's talk about pain. Let's talk about the breakdowns, the moments that shook you, the moments that left you questioning everything. Because here's the truth: breakdowns are not the end, they are the beginning. You see, it's not the pain that destroys you, it's the meaning you attach to it. It's when you convince yourself that pain means you're not enough, that failure means you're unworthy, that struggle means you're stuck forever. But what if? What if pain was the indicator that growth is near? What if the breakdown was the catalyst to your breakthrough? 1. Pain wakes you up. There are two ways we change in life: through inspiration or through desperation. And for most of us, it's desperation. We don't shift until we have to, until life gets uncomfortable, until we hit a wall and are forced to find a new way forward. Jim Rohn once said, "Disgust is a powerful motivator, not hatred, not resentment, but a deep disgust with settling, with stagnation, with wasting potential." Pain can be your fuel if you learn how to hold it with the right frame. 2. The gift of rock bottom. Hitting rock bottom, that's a powerful place. Not because it feels good, but because there's nowhere lower to go. You become forced to look inward. You become honest with yourself. You stop pretending. Rock bottom strips away the false layers, the ego, the excuses, the distractions, and what's left? A choice. Do I rise or do I stay here? And here's the beauty: when you have nothing to lose, you gain the courage to risk everything, to bet on yourself, to rebuild from the ground up. 3. Breakthrough requires resistance, just like muscles grow through resistance. Character grows through challenge. You cannot become strong by avoiding difficulty. You become strong by facing it head on. Every setback is a setup for a comeback, but only if you respond with courage. Ask yourself, what if the obstacle is the way? What if the very thing I'm trying to avoid is the key to my transformation? It's not about the pain, it's about what the pain produces. Clarity, resilience, wisdom, direction. 4. Refuse to stay down. Falling down is not the end of the story. Staying down is. You're going to fail. You're going to feel defeated, but if you get back up every time, you build a spirit that cannot be broken. And that's what this journey is about. Not perfection, not constant progress, but persistence. Like Jim Rohn said, the walls we build around us to keep out the sadness also keep out the joy. You've got to be willing to face it all, to feel it all, to learn from it all. Only then can you rise, not in spite of your pain, but because of it. Let's go deeper now. If change is what you want, you must stop chasing it from the outside and begin cultivating it from the inside, because nothing truly changes until you do. The results you seek, the life you dream of, the success, peace, and fulfillment you crave, all of it is a reflection of one thing: your identity. 1. Identity is the root. Everything else is the fruit. We don't get what we want. We get what we believe we deserve. We get what aligns with who we think we are. You can change your habits. You can upgrade your routines. But if deep down you still see yourself as unworthy, as broken, as incapable, you'll sabotage it. You'll find a way to prove your old story right. The real transformation happens when you shift your self-image, when you look in the mirror and say, "This is not who I am anymore." 2. The power of declaration. Jim Rohn once said, "Don't join an easy crowd. Go where the expectations and the demands to perform are high." Why? Because your identity rises to meet your environment. When you speak powerful words over your life, when you decide who you want to be, and you repeat that identity over and over, you begin to embody it. Say it loud: I am disciplined, I am focused, I am resilient, I am becoming unstoppable. These aren't affirmations. They are declarations of war against your old self. 3. Act like the future you now want to shift your identity. Start acting like the version of you who already has what you desire. Ask yourself, how does my future self think? How does he walk, talk, move, lead, show up? If the future version of you wakes up early, takes care of their body, doesn't scroll mindlessly, owns their goals, then start today. Start now with one simple behavior. Because behavior creates evidence, and evidence reinforces identity. 4. Your environment must match your evolution. You can't become a new person in the same old environment. The people you surround yourself with, the places you go, the content you consume, all of it must support your identity shift. If you hang around victims, you will speak their language. If you surround yourself with winners, you'll start thinking like one. Change your environment and your identity will catch up. 5. Rewrite the story too many people leave inside an old story. I've always been like this. This is just who I am. I'll never change that story. It's a lie. It's a prison you built with repetition. But here's the truth. You're the author of your life. You can write a new chapter. You can become someone you've never been, and it doesn't take permission. It takes decision. The pen is in your hand, so write a new identity, one of power, clarity, and vision. Narrator with fire, you're not here to survive. You're here to become, and that begins with who you decide to be. You've come this far, you've faced the storm, you've walked through fire, endured the pressure, and discovered your own power. Now, it's time to rise even higher, because your life, yes, your life, is the most powerful message you'll ever preach. 1. The world doesn't need more words. It needs more examples. We live in a world overflowing with noise. Everyone has an opinion, everyone talks, but how many live what they speak? Jim Rohn said, "The major value in life is not what you get. The major value in life is what you become." Let your becoming be your legacy. Let your daily actions whisper strength, discipline, love, and courage so loudly that people don't just hear your words, they feel your presence. 2. Be the proof. Don't wait for validation. Don't wait for applause or agreement. Be the living, breathing evidence that it's possible to grow, that it's possible to change, that pain can become purpose, that chaos can become clarity. Be the one who proves you can come from nothing and build something extraordinary. 3. You are a mirror for others when you rise. You give permission for others to rise. When you shine, you reflect what's possible in others. Never underestimate the quiet influence of consistency, of showing up when it's hard, of doing the right thing when no one's watching. You are someone's inspiration, even if they've never told you. 4. Legacy is not later, it's now. We often think legacy is something we leave behind. Wrong. Legacy is something you live out daily. It's the impact you create in each interaction. It's the encouragement you offer in the face of adversity. It's the integrity you uphold even when no one's looking. Your legacy is being built in this moment, brick by brick, action by action. 5. Start where you are. Use what you have. You don't need to have it all together. You just need to be willing to grow, willing to rise, willing to show up differently. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start with what's in your hand. Start with what's in your heart. Start with your next breath. And build from there. 6. The journey never ends. And that's the gift. There is no finish line in this race. Only new levels, new clarity, new breakthroughs. And guess what? You are capable of all of it. Not just once, but every day you choose to align with the person you're becoming. Narrator, final words, calm and commanding. So now, take the lessons, take the pain, take the growth, and go live it. Live it out loud. Leave it without apology. Leave it so fully that even your struggles bow down in awe of the person you became. Your life is your message, and the world is listening. Make it count.